The first sale, the secret to an entrepreneur getting empowered and being able to finally go out there and not only change their lives, but to change the world. Listen, I have a question for you. Why is it that you want to be an entrepreneur? It's not what we're taught. It's pretty difficult. You know, there was a saying that my wife once said to me. She said, an entrepreneur is someone who would rather work 80 hours for themselves than work 40 hours for someone else. And I laughed at that. I thought that's very true. See, entrepreneurs go through a lot of hardship, so why do we stick it out? Why continue to do it? And how can that first sale empower the entire process? So listen, we do it for a very clear reason. We want to take control over our lives. We want to have ownership over who we are. We don't want a boss, but in the end of the day, I know what is there, right? Money, finances. We also want to be financially free. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with wanting to make a lot of money. The thing though is that it's not easy. We're not trained to do this. Society teaches us the opposite way. So how do we wipe out decades of what we've been taught? How do we fight back against the struggles and obstacles? Well, we get the first sale. We get it quickly. And the quicker we get it, the faster we're able to scale our success and look at all those naysayers in our life and tell them, look what I did. So today is all about that first sale. As a matter of fact, you know, in my life, when I got started, it took me 18 months to get my first sale. Trust me, I know a lot about that struggle. Been there, done that. As a matter of fact, I almost quit. I was on my last breath. I literally had a 24-hour quit point. I was done. I was going to quit. So today I want to tell you that what I discovered that got me there was a system. A system that today I want to hand over to you. 21 days is what I ask. A 21-day period, a window of faith and trust for 21 days of doing what I ask you to do. And I'm going to make you have a massive leap. So when you look back at my life, 18 months, I estimate I failed over 50 times during that time. 50. And I was done and I was out, and finally I posted on this forum. I said, that's it. Thank you everyone for your help. I'm quitting. I'm going back to the regular life. And this mysterious stranger, don't know till this day who that person was, reached out to me and said, kid, don't quit. I've been watching you. Do one last thing. I'm going to give you a series of steps, a system. Just do this. You do this, I promise it'll work. Don't quit. So I remember thinking that night, do I really do this, or is this just another facade? Am I going to be let down again? Am I going to have to deal with that embarrassment and all that, just that feeling? So I thought, one last time, one last go. Come on, Anik, let's do it. And I went with it. I was up until 3 or 4 in the morning working really hard until I really couldn't keep my head up anymore. And I remember I fell asleep, and 6 hours later I woke up, I ran to the computer. I almost fell and hit my head on the desk. I remember that too. And I logged into my computer, and I remember clearing my eyes. They were still foggy, and the internet screen cleared up, and there it was, $300. I had earned more money that night while sleeping than I had earned in 18 months combined. I remember thinking, what just happened? It was a system. You know, that $300 quickly became $1,000, became $10,000, became $100,000, became $1 million, became $10 million. I was at a point in my life where I was earning over $10 million a year, so that's it, right? Everything's good, hunky-dory? No, it doesn't work that way. Around 2010, well, before that, I started to get a little bit, let's say, away from the system. Started to try new things. I wanted to build different things, and all of a sudden start to bleed money. And when I say bleed, I mean bleed. $1.7 million in debt is where I landed. Can you believe that? Even though my business generated $10 million, I landed $1.7 million in debt. It's hard to digest. You know, during that time, my life fell apart. I started having internal bleeding. I was in the hospital all the time. I started to do other things that were just very, very detrimental to myself. I was just on this endless downward spiral. And finally I had this one night where I remember I sat in one place and I thought, what happened? Anik, what happened? Where have you gone? And that was when I realized the mysterious stranger, the system, and I went right back to it. You know, the next day I woke up and I committed myself back to the system. Yeah, you guessed it. That's the very system I want to hand to you today. And I was able to pay back all my debt within months. Take a step back, stop, and simply ask yourself this question. Am I giving or am I empowering? Back on top, and now I'm sitting in a situation where Millions and millions of dollars is what my companies generate. This year we'll probably do close to 25 million, all from the same system that is infinitely scalable. I'm asking you for 21 days. I'm asking you for faith, trust, and one last go, 21 days. I want to take what I've learned in 15 years. I've put it together in a very concise 21-day transformation, all right? There are 2 components to turning everything around now and making those dreams come true. Component number 1 is a 21-day transformation. I gotta get in there, I gotta get in your head and change some of the things, change the genes that have been implemented so that we can make you an entrepreneur. All right, but not just that, we're gonna give you structured steps every day, little teeny assignment at a time. Before you know it, you might even get that first sale within the first 21 days. Now the second component, this is the important one, is commitment. Are you hungry? Do you want this? Do you want it so bad that it burns inside? That's what I want to know, because I want to ask you a question. I've done over $120 million online. Do you want to work with me every single week, week after week? Do you want me to tell you which skills, which things you need to master the most to be a successful entrepreneur? Every single month, do you want me to bring courses to you that you would pay thousands of dollars outside, but I'll give to you for free? So here's what I want you to do right now. See, the 21-day transformation, I'll give that to you for free. All I ask is you help us out, make a tiny contribution to an amazing cause. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. And number 2, at a very nominal monthly fee, you get a chance to interact with me every single week. And every month, I'll bring you courses to your doorstep worth 10, 15, 20 times that. All right? But what I want is that commitment. I'll guide you the way there. 15 years, I have coached hundreds of thousands of students, and you know I have figured out what it takes to get people to succeed. That's why I can condense 15 years into 21 days. So right now, I want to ask you, a mind shift change and a structural change. If you've been looking to make that first sale, the 21-day transformation is what you want. And all I'm asking is for a tiny contribution to a cause in East Africa. See, what we've done is partnered with an organization. We're going to go in and take 1,000 people in East Africa out of extreme poverty. That's right, 1,000 people. How do we do it? You know what? We're going to pick 50 people, 50 businesses, and fund them at $500 a business. So your initial tiny little contribution goes straight to this cause. So you as an entrepreneur are now getting ability to use your talents as an entrepreneur to inspire and help entrepreneurs in East Africa to help pull 1,000 people out of extreme poverty. And in exchange, I give you, as a token of my gratitude, I'll give you the 21-day transformation course for free. There's 3 courses inside of it. Want more details? Just scroll below. Just scroll below right now. I'll show you everything. And you'll be shocked at how tiny the contribution is. It's super tiny. Just scroll below. And number 2, then, you're going to want to stay a part of this. You're going to want to be with me for weeks and months to come. I'll give you the Learn Insider program. Every week I'll work with you, and all that takes is commitment. So right now, listen, what's it going to take? Right? You want that? You've got that hunger. You want to see that change? I want to work with you. I want to get you there. Tiny contribution gets you the 21-day transformation. And then right next to that, we work together every week for months and months to come. All you need to do now, all right, all you need to do is scroll below, get informed, make sure you're ready for this, make sure this is something you want to do and you can commit to. I need a long-term commitment. I want you to be with me for some time so I can really get in there and transform you. But for the moment, I just need you to take step 1, which is to make that tiny contribution. So scroll below, do it right now. All right, do it for the cause, if nothing else. Do it for what we're doing here for the world. And secondly, I can't wait to start working with you on a week-to-week basis. I want to remind you here at Learn Nation, Learn's purpose, Learn's mission, Learn's vision is to provide a transformational home for entrepreneurs just like yourself. We want to be your home. We want to give you the coaching, the training, the tools, the resources, everything needed. And that's what we're committed to. So right now, all we ask from you is to scroll down, take a moment, all right, to make a great contribution and to show faith so that we can dive in there and work with you. So scroll down right now, do that, and stay with us for months and months to come. Let me be your personal coach. Let me work with you. This is Anik Singal, and I want to remind you that when life pushes you, stand straight, smile, and push it the heck back. Go down, scroll right now, make that decision, make the tiny contribution. Let me get you involved in our 21-day transformation, and let me work with you week after week for months to come, helping you become a successful entrepreneur. Thank you so much, and on behalf of everybody at Learn Nation, this is Anik Singal signing off. Scroll below. I'll see you inside Learn Insider.